Gervonta Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro.
I'm not just no chump. Like, I'm not no guy that's just going to take whatever either. So I know that him fighting me will be the biggest fight of his career. So let's make it happen. Shakur, thank you.
Somebody tell me why Shakur Stevenson is pricing himself out to fight before we even get to it. Somebody make this shit make sense, bro. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live Sunday mornings with KC Boxing Network at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I ask you to join the channel as a member. Drop super chats when you come by the live streams we do. And if you want to debate, the email address is knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. Let's get it cracking, though. Look, bro. Shakur Stevenson just said, I ain't no chump. He can't just offer me anything. I ain't no chump. This is important because he's reading from the Bud Crawford playbook, and then later on in that clip, I heard him say, I'm his biggest fight too. I'm his biggest fight. So he can't just offer me anything. I'm his biggest fight. Cap, bro. Cap. What we know for a fact, though, is he's your biggest fight. So you need to be the one behaving accordingly when it comes to Tank Davis, bro. Like, I don't understand why this shit is rocket science. Maybe people don't like the idea of being having someone that looks like them, that's from the same demographic as them, kind of be over them. But when it comes to Turkey, people got no problem bending their knee to him. When it comes to Oscar Valdez, Shakur Stevenson had no problem chasing him and being all respectful to him. When it comes to Lomachenko, he got no problem begging and being respectful to him. When it comes to Navarrete had his career in the palm of his hands and made Shakur fake retire. All kind of weird shit, bro. But when it comes to Tank Davis, now Tank Davis got to offer you more than what you worth because you ain't no chump. At the end of the day, bro, there's no evidence, and I'm sorry. I know people get mad or whatever, but the fact of the matter is there's no evidence to support that Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson is the biggest fight in boxing, and that Shakur Stevenson is Tank Davis's biggest fight. We just dropped a video today where Tank Davis said after Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney get out of their deal, he's willing to fight either one of them. There's an argument out there that both of them are bigger names in the world of boxing than Shakur Stevenson. There's an argument out there that those fights could be bigger fights for Tank Davis than a Shakur Stevenson fight. Hell, a fight in his own division right now. What makes Shakur Stevenson so sure that he's a bigger fight for Gervonta Tank Davis than what Keyshawn Davis is right now? Keyshawn Davis is growing a bigger name right now in the American boxing market than Shakur Stevenson. He's fighting in main events here in America in Madison Square Garden in New York City, the city that Tank is about to fight in. He's knocking dudes out. His viewership numbers are right there along with Shakur Stevenson when Shakur Stevenson was fighting on Top Rank. His videos, go look at his YouTube videos of his interviews and go look at Shakur Stevenson's YouTube interviews and tell me that more people are paying attention to Shakur Stevenson than Keyshawn Davis. You won't see that. They paying just as much attention to Keyshawn as they are to Shakur Stevenson. Teofimo Lopez could be a bigger fight than Shakur Stevenson for Tank Davis, bro. Because Teofimo Lopez brings a different demographic to the table than what Shakur Stevenson brings to the table, bro. So this idea that he's Tank Davis's biggest fight, that shit's cap. You can't prove that. You're fighting on an undercard, fam. Like, I don't know who is in this nigga's ear. I believe it's Bud Crawford, because a lot of what he's saying about him and Gervonta Tank Davis sounds exactly like what Bud Crawford was saying to Errol Spence Jr. And I find it ironic and I find it funny, but more importantly, I find it hypocritical as fuck that when Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford were doing this shit, this back and forth shit, a lot of people that were on Errol Spence's side, like, nah, Bud, what you talking about? He your biggest fight, and it's the biggest fight, so you deserve this and you deserve that. Earl's the bigger name, so he get the bigger pot. Earl's the bigger name, so you're the one that needs to do what it takes to get the fight and understand that you're the B-side and shit. People that were on his side are now on Shakur Stevenson's side. Y'all fake as fuck, bro. You don't really have a set stance that you have for the business of boxing, or a set stance that you have for how fighters should get fights, or a set stance for what you have for how you approach fighters negotiating fights. You don't have a set stance. You just see who you fuck with, see who you rock with, and then you take whatever stance they take. Y'all a bunch of fraudulent motherfuckers out here, man. You just see whatever is good for your fighter that you support or that you like, and you say, well, that's the way it should be. When Earl was your favorite, you was on that A side shit. You was on that A side talk. You was on that side of the business. But now Shakur is your favorite fighter, and now you on that B side shit. You on that B side talk. Now it's on the A side to do this and do that and bend over backwards to do what this nigga want for them to do to make the fight. This nigga bringing up Turkey, talking about he ain't no chump, talking about he can't just offer him anything. When a Tank Davis opponent ever came back and said, this nigga just offered me anything? Somebody let Shakur Stevenson know. Call Ryan Garcia and see if he's happy with the money he made with Tank Davis. Matter of fact, you know what Tank Davis opponents do after they fight him? They don't yell bad business. They don't yell that they didn't get their highest payday. They immediately, after getting their ass knocked out, start asking for a rematch. Ryan Garcia wants the fucking rematch. Rolly Romero wanted the fucking rematch. Isak Pitbull Cruz wanted the fucking rematch. He paid niggas so good. The money be so dope. Niggas want to rematch that nigga to get another payday. And you talking about the nigga can't just offer you anything like you know chump. That shit cap. As a matter of fact, to take it a step further, if you never got an offer and they didn't call you about the fight, they wasn't trying to make the fight with you in 2024 for that November date that they had to try to replace Loma, if they weren't trying to do that, how you know they would offer you anything that will make you say they can't just offer you no shit like you a chump? How you know that, bro? Did they offer you something that you didn't like? That one fight deal Espinoza was talking about, you felt like they tried to play you like a chump because they offered you the same structure of deal as a Frank Martin? The same structure of deal as a Lamont Roach? You don't like that they view you like the fucking opponent? You want more respect than that? Newsflash, Shakur Stevenson, and all you Shakur Stevenson knob gobblers watching this video, you are just the opponent, bro. If you want to become more than that, you have to beat him. But you are just an opponent. You're on Riyadh season. You're fighting in Saudi Arabia on an undercard. He be pulling you up from the Coco main to not only a main event, but to pay-per-view. He be putting you in a position to come back to America to make money. You are just an opponent. So if it's one fight with a rematch clause for him, go win that one fight. Quit crying, nigga. Newsflash, in case you didn't know. You ain't just no chump. I ain't just no chump. He's saying I'm not just the Frank Martin, bro. I'm not just the this, I'm not just that. Well, guess what? You know who you also not? You not as big of a name as Ryan Garcia. And guess what Ryan Garcia got? Guess what he got? A one-way rematch clause. Guess what he got? A one-fight deal, one-way rematch clause. So if Ryan Garcia can take it, nigga, and he a bigger name than you, a bigger star than you, if he can take it, then he took it when Tank Davis wasn't even the star that he is now. Tank is a bigger name now with you and him. He's a bigger fucking name now with you and him, bro. And he had the leverage over Ryan Garcia to say, nah, one-fight deal, rematch clause. If I win, I move on with my life. If you win, then you give me that rematch. But you deserve more, though. You deserve more than Ryan, and you ain't nowhere near the name that he is. If you don't get your arrogant diva pricing yourself ass up out of here and stop acting like you something you not, and if you really believe in yourself, nigga, go beat his motherfucking ass. And then you can say, I'm not just like these other chumps. Until then, quit this duck talk, this price yourself off talk, out talk, and let's get this goddamn fight. I'll see y'all soon. Gervonta Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro.